Dwight, you always said you're more than a basketball player. Is this kind of your way of giving back to the community?
I think this is the best way that you could, I would say, express, how you feel about, or for me, how I feel about a certain group of people. And doing an event like this was something that me and actually a couple guys really sat down and thought about. It wasn't just something that we wanted to throw together and just say we're doing a game. We sat down, guys like Gilbert and Hugh and Chris Duhon and a lot of the other Magic players, and also my staff, and we talked about ways we could, just better our city, and I'm glad about the guys who came out, and also the fans, and this is really for our fans, here in Orlando. They asked me why didn't I, ask other players from, other teams and stuff to come out and play. I just wanted to do something for, Orlando, and just bring in all the Orlando guys and just have a good time. So that's why we're here. A lot of people miss basketball. We miss it, and we just want everybody to have a good time.
Over here, sir in the black.
You're talking about that you sat down with Gilbert. How far back did this idea to do this originate, and how did it come about?
I would say 3 weeks. 3 weeks. We came up with everything in 3 weeks. So my manager was pretty upset, because he's like, "Why you always wait till the last minute?" And I'm like, "Well, let's do something." And I said, "Well, this is what you guys do best: is put stuff together, on short notice." And actually, Gilbert was the one who came to me and said, "Let's do something." And he said he's not going to be able to do it, but if you want to get the people of Orlando together, he said that this would be great, for the city. And after me and him got off the phone, I sat with some of the members of my staff, and we talked about having something here for Orlando. And you see what's been happening since that talk. I got out on Twitter and I asked a lot of the fans what they felt we should do. And I wanted it to be different from what a lot of people do, which is just to have a game and have people come out. But I wanted to do something that was a little bit more intimate and something that people will remember. And I think this event and the bowling event last night have been some great things for our community.
All right, sir, you in the blue shirt right there up front? You had a question, right?
Yeah. Right, it made you want to do the event here at the UCF Arena.
Where else are we going to do that? At Amway? That's a little. I know. I think this is a better venue for this. I think it's a little more intimate than what the arena would be, and it'll be tough to use the arena, for a charity game. So we felt that UCF would be the perfect place. I have my camps here, and the people here, the staff have been great, to me, and all the campers and everything. So I thought this would be the best place.
Josh, over here in front. Take the last play.
Dwight, in your Esquire interview, there was a line there that got a lot of play about your plans for the future. You said at the time that you weren't sure what you would do a year from now. Has that changed at all?
We want to keep this about the game and about this event. Right now, that's the only thing that I'm focused on is this event and giving back to our city. That's the only thing that should matter right now. Not about free agency or whatever. There is no basketball right now. This is basketball, something like this. So let's not dwell on, all the other stuff.
Gentleman in the green shirt.
You said no basketball. Dwight, I had a chance to speak with Courtney and Gil and Rashard yesterday. Let's talk about being around the guys who made it to the finals and having them come down and show support.
Oh, it's great. Actually, me and Courtney, we talk a lot, and also Rashad, we missed that team that went to the finals, and we just complimented each other so well on and off the court. We were all like best friends, and it's great just to have us together again. Just to have some fun, and be together, because years go by, you remember, that journey that you had to the finals, and we all remember that journey that we went on, from the game I was suspended, and everybody was coming down on Courtney for missing the layup in the finals, and we all talked about this stuff, and he's like, man, Dwight, I want to get a Twitter like you, man, but everybody's gonna tell me how did you miss the layup? And I'm like, hey man, just don't worry about it. But he's just happy to be here, and we train together, so it's fun.
All right, we have time for a few more questions. Gentleman in the black shirt in the middle.
What are the chances of you putting another event like this together in the event that we end up missing the NBA All-Star game?
Well, it just depends on how tonight goes. But I would love to do something like that where I would have a lot more time to plan and really, get some people down here. And that was my plan in the first place, was to let people come down to Orlando and just have a great time. A lot of players, they come here during the off season and they just hang out and want to do something. And this weekend has been great for a lot of guys.
All right, young lady in the back with the green shirt. Green.
Hey.
Are you guys gonna be lenient on the old schoolers tonight?
Are we what?
Are you gonna be lenient on them?
No, I mean, it's a fun game, don't expect us to go out there and try to kill each other. For some of these old guys, they ain't played in a long time. So what's the point of trying to, hurt them? Our main goal, and my main goal, was just to get people out together, and have a good time. That's why we have this whole show put on. We talked to Scott, who was the former mascot for the Magic, and we got a production team, actually putting on the whole show. So like I said, this is just not just a basketball game just to have people come watch basketball, because it might be kind of fun to y'all, but I like to entertain. I don't know if you guys know that. So I want you guys to be entertained, not just by me, but something that you guys will remember for a lifetime. Hey, do you remember that game that we had 2011, man? Little kids that was dancing, something like that. Not just, hey man, you see Dwight do that finger roll? That's gonna get played out, So, but I just want people to have fun, and that's what the whole event is about. It's also about my foundation, and all the proceeds are going for a good cause. I'm not doing this to put any money in my pocket because of the lockout or whatever people might say. It's not about that for me. I'm blessed tremendously, and the reason I do this is to bless others. So I just want to get that out there.
All right, gentlemen here in the blue shirt.
Dwight, you've been working with a new shooting coach all summer. You going to show that off at all tonight? Are you taking threes?
I'm shooting all left-hand shots.
All right, young lady right here in the white.
Do you have any idea of where the proceeds are going to go, like in particular?
We have a couple of places where we want to send the money to. One of the places that I've been very close with is the Beta Center of Orlando. Also for the hospital. But once everything is done, we're going to sit down and talk about the best way to not attack the community in a bad way, but attack, with our proceeds and where to put them and where can we get the best use out of the proceeds from the event. So once the event is over, we'll sit back and decide.
That's our last question, gentlemen.
Dwight, you mentioned the lockout. How confident are you that a deal will get done in the near future?
Okay, that was
I'm sorry.
Greg. Thank you so much.
Yeah, like Dwight said earlier, we're here to talk about the event and raise money for the community. So Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you guys for coming out. Hopefully you guys have fun tonight and be safe.